you. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. We have traveled from London to share a story with you. It is a story about we, as foreigners, have created in the UK. Our purpose is to help migrants unlock their personal and professional potentials in a new place.
Ni hao, wo chao Rafael, wo shi bashime. Now, I'll tell you the story of a bird. A bird that represents the flights of millions of migrants. Like birds, migrants emigrate in search of a better life. And once migrants find their places and they settle down in their new nests, migrants are capable of amazing things.
Yes, however, we all are aware that migration itself is often perceived as a negative phenomenon. But it is our job to change this perception. People who migrate believe in better. They have the courage to go out of their comfort zone. They believe that exploring the world and evolving and learning what is beyond their borders. Because they are like birds, they want to fly and become independent, become the owners of their own reality.
Mirella left Albania to live in England 3 years ago. She was the editor of Psychologist, which was the biggest magazine in her country. She was the founder of a publishing company, and she successfully sold it in 2012 to move to London to complete her PhD in psychology, where she found her passion to help migrant women. Now she founded 2 magazines, Migrant Women and Global Women magazine, which shares the stories of successful migrant women around the world.
Rafael had a very good job at Microsoft in Brazil. He came to London when he was 20 years old to learn English. He became a kitchen porter because he needed to pay his expenses. But it was not long before when he started his own property business in 2005, and he successfully sold it in 2014. Now, he is a true entrepreneur with several business awards. He now runs This Foreigner Can. It is a social enterprise that helps migrants to become entrepreneurs, and it is the only social enterprise supported by the government to help migrant entrepreneurs take funds and grants.
While our paths are very different, they're similar in many ways. Mirella raises the voice of migrant women by sharing these stories in her magazines. She builds their confidence by running workshops and training, and she also connects them by running amazing events. In this year, in May, Mirella ran the Migrant Woman of the Year Award. It gathered 250 people to celebrate dynamic women who are changing the world. From Muslims to Jews, from French to Chinese, the event celebrated women and also asked them to take action and believe in their strength.
By the way, Rafael was the first migrant businessman that received an award as a recognition of his commitment to migrant communities. We share the belief that when migrants come together, they can make things happen. We all believe that migrants have talents and skills that can be used not only for themselves, but also for the benefit of the British economy.
And talking about the British economy, this year it was released that in 2014, 14% of businesses in the UK were owned by a migrant. This equates to almost 1 million businesses out of 5.2 million businesses in the UK owned by someone who was not born in the UK.
Being to the research, I'm very happy that another research conducted by Pakistani and Bangladeshi Britons have shown that these communities are thriving and growing. And you know why? I'm so happy to say that this is because women have found their voice. Women are working. Did you know that 30% of women of these communities are working now compared to 21% in 2005? This means money home, they are generating more income and living happier lives.
While in the UK, 14% of businesses are owned by migrants. This is very low compared to the USA. In the US, 40% of businesses were founded or co-founded by a migrant or their children. Procter & Gamble, Pfizer, Google and eBay are an example. The founder of eBay, Pierre, he describes himself as French-born Iranian-American entrepreneur. And what would the world be without Apple and its amazing creator Steve Jobs? Jobs was the son of a Syrian migrant entrepreneur, but he was adopted by an American family.
This is great that millions of these migrants decide to become entrepreneurs. They leave the stability of their jobs to risk becoming a success. In fact, migrant entrepreneurs provide incomes for the society and also provide jobs and more opportunities for people who want to follow their careers. And did you know that, in fact, the percentage is higher when we talk about technology businesses? 20% of business technologies and startups are owned by migrants.
Yes, and we believe that together we can help more people become entrepreneurs. I am very proud to have achieved the accreditation from the UK government, because this shows that the UK government not only believes that what we're doing is good, but they trust that migrants creating their own businesses, they can help the economy.
Yes, in fact, migrants are like birds. They fly always in the search of a better life. Do you think entrepreneurs have something in common? They are always searching for more opportunities. Do you agree, Rafael?
I agree, yes. And this reminds me of a quote from Harun, and he says, "If a bird can fly, why is the bird always on the tree?" And I ask the same about migrants.
In fact, this analogy reminds my experience that I had running workshops and trainings with a lot of migrant women in London. I always share one with them. If you don't like the place you are, then you move. You are not free. In fact, we are all moving. We are all visitors of this world. We are all migrants, do we?
We are all entrepreneurs, but above all,
we are humans.
More birds flying from tree to tree with our next speaker, who has his master's degree in international politics from Cambridge University, a master's degree from St. John